Oh, and thank you for watching Team Wolfpack's GLE this month. This month we're doing something a little bit different, and we're going over some of our favorite resources that we use and use for you, and some resources that are helpful for you that you already have access to. So our team has put them together, and enjoy. So to start off, our Bright Spark mission is to nurture and sustain child-centered, anti-racist early learning communities.
Thank you, Rebecca. So, for our land acknowledgement, we gather on the unceded ancestral territory of the Duwamish people, Seattle's first people. We honor with deep gratitude the land itself and the Duwamish tribe, past, present. We commit to moving beyond words into active solidarity with Seattle's host tribe. We can do this by paying a tangible monthly rent, and the Duwamish has a website set up for you to do that at realrentduwamish.org. Also, for the labor acknowledgement, we acknowledge that the foundational wealth and infrastructure of this nation was built on the stolen labor of enslaved Black people, alongside the ongoing systemic exploitation of Black, Indigenous, and immigrant workers. We commit to dismantling these historic inequalities and support King County Equity Now through their website at kingcountyequitynow.com.
All right, so for the first resource, we have Washington Child Care Business Edge. This is through Child Care Aware of Washington. And this website is for all things childcare business related. And in this website, you will find customizable templates and tools. So there's many forms that you can download. There's templates for everyday operations, such as safety, planning for different things such as curriculum and policies, and so much more. There are health and safety step-by-step guides for creating plans while including state policies, and there's lots of visuals in there for posting safety things up around your center. There are financial planning and resources and forms to track expenses and income, and even links to businesses that can support you with that type of stuff. And then there are also resources for teachers, such as curriculum planning and other things, such as behavior management and social and emotional. And then there's toolboxes for many of the items above. And this is a fabulous website if you are not already a part of it. It is free for all Early Achievers participants. When you sign up, though, you have to give it a couple of days as a real person will go in and confirm that you are, in fact, a part of Early Achievers. And then this next one is the National Center for Pyramid Model Innovations. If you've ever received resources from me, I pull a lot from this website. Many of you maybe have taken some of the trainings on the pyramid model, and that's where all of these resources come from. So this is a website to focus around behavior guidance and has wonderful resource section with free printable resources for the classroom. So in there, you'll find classroom support materials that provide guidance around behaviors you might want to see in your classroom. You can use the filter in there and get what you need based on the age, the audience. You can find things for you as a teacher, for you as admin staff, or for family. So if you find something specific for something you're currently experiencing in the classroom and you want to share that with families, you should be able to find something in there to print out and share with them. There's a ton of visual resources. So this is really a hub of visual resources for your classroom broken down by age group with instructions on how to utilize them. So lots of visual schedules, scripted stories, and problem-solving kits. And then there's articles around specific behaviors that you might see again that you can share with families, and then also tip sheets for families. And if you are into data collection, there are also resources for that. So if you're trying to support with a specific behavior and trying to collect data to figure out how to support that behavior, then that would be the place to go.
Thank you, Christina. So now we're going to talk about the resource that I'm bringing is the Good to Know Network. And so this is a website that supports early learning teachers and childcare providers by connecting them to research-based and backed information and ideas designed to improve the quality of their work and lives. So on this website, you can actually find a variety of articles on different topics. So you'll see on the right all of the areas that you can find articles on, and you can click on each drop down, and they'll have multiple pages of different emails. They'll inside each area they'll also have links to free printables you might want to use in your classroom. There are also links to different ECE podcasts. And in some of them, you'll have to search for them, but in some of them, you can also find free courses on different early learning topics. And the website is completely free. And then I have the website linked right here. So if you want to visit, you can.
All right, thank you, Cheryl. Next, I'm going to be talking about the DCYF webpage. Many providers use the DCYF webpage regularly. This website can sometimes feel overwhelming to navigate. The website can be a really helpful tool for providers where they could find licensing information, health and safety guidance, forms, policy updates, provider supports, grant opportunities, training resources, all in one place. So my goal today is to show you where some of the resources are located, how providers can use the webpage to feel more informed and comfortable and confident when questions come up. Okay, so I always find myself going to the DCYF website for their licensing rules. This page gives providers direct access to WACs, licensing forms, and policy guidance. Many providers have questions about topics like ratios, safe sleep, outdoor requirements, or consistent care. Instead of searching through multiple websites or waiting for clarification from your licensor, providers can use this webpage to access the most accurate and updated information directly from the website. So to get to this page that you see on the screen, when you go to the DCYF website, you're going to click on services, providers, then you're going to click on the childcare and early learning. And then you're going to click on become a licensed early learning or childcare provider. And that will take you to this page that you see on the screen. And that's where you can click on WACs. And a tip for searching for specific WACs is to use keywords, not typing your whole question. So not typing the whole question, but just using keywords that will help you find your WAC more easy. Yeah, and also on this web page, you can find forms and documentation. You can find requirements for your teachers. And yeah, next page. Okay, one thing I also wanted to highlight about the DCYF website is that it's not only a place about licensing information, but providers can also find supports and resources that help their program, their staff, children, and families. Some of these supports include technical assistance, coaching support, infant, early childhood mental health consultation, behavior support, and family resources. On the DCYF website, you can also find information about grants, financial supports available to providers. These grants can support with classroom materials, quality improvement, inclusion supports, and other program needs. I encourage providers to check the grant page regularly because opportunities about funding updates can change throughout the year. And lastly, I wanted to talk about early achievers. I feel like there's a misconception when it comes to early achievers. A lot of providers think that we are early achievers, but in reality, providers and programs are the ones participating in the early achievers program. And coaches are here to provide support through the process by offering guidance, resources, coaching, and technical assistance. Early Achievers is a statewide quality improvement program designed to support early learning programs to strengthen their quality practices and achieving their goals.
All right. Thank you, Kalita. So for my resource, I will be discussing the resource library that you find in your coaching companion site, that we like to call a CC. So there's many things that we can do with this website. I know that we focus on quality recognition, but outside of that, there's many different tools that are available to enhance our relationship as a coach and coachee, as well as to support you in the classroom. So within the resource library, the library itself is organized into several specific educational and training categories. So we have the Cultivate Learning Media Library, and it contains videos and audio materials for professional development and classroom examples. The practice-based coaching and learning cycles, and that's for you and your coach to go over, and that creates materials designed to guide coaching strategies as well as reflective practices. And if there's anyone at your center that is interested in becoming a STARS approved, state approved STARS trainer, there's official materials for you to learn and for you to deliver the training to other educators in the state. And then there's also just specialty programs like the dual language program, as well as the expanded learning opportunities that focus on school age youth, and they have materials for you to support them. And then there's also bilingual accessibility. So there's an entire section that is included that is in the Spanish language. So the first area is CC offers a comprehensive suite of resources designed to support child care providers and healthcare providers in their quality improvement initiatives, from the initial stages of identifying areas for improvement to achieving formal quality recognition. The CC site provides tools and information tailored to each step of the process. These resources are crafted to help professionals enhance child care, streamline operations, and meet industry standards. Whether you're new to quality improvement or looking to refine your existing practices, the coaching companion ensures that you have all the guidance and support needed to succeed in your quality improvement goals. So they have every area of the quick tool, and they have specific video examples that you can use to show to get examples of what they're looking for, as well as all of the forms that are attached to the records reviewed, and also the guidelines that they're looking for your video highlights. And this is the quick resource library. So when you do get your video feedback returned and you are reading your quick report and you're seeing all the different levels of development, whether you're emerging, proficient, or developing, you're trying to figure out what does that mean. So what the resource library does is let you see the exact rating that you have and what you can do to support and improve that particular rating. So we have different videos as well as different resources like posters and things like that, as well as reflective questions that can support you in that particular area of your quick tool that you've received. So this is a great resource to support your providers, and also to look at how we can continue continuous improvement. This will be where you can look at the resource to see where you can get more materials for that. And then the last one is the media library, which is a very, very great tool that has hundreds of videos on all different topics, and things that go inside the classroom. So if you want ideas for activities, or to see if your insight on how to do individualized teaching, or how to support the children's social emotional development, there's videos from Cultivate Learning that can give you best practices for achieving those in your classroom. It's a great resource that you can use, that you can share. If you have any families with any questions about something, these are videos that you can show them to give them understanding of the types of methods that are being used in the classroom, and just an overall great tool to use for proper modeling within the classroom as well. So CC has a lot of different tools that you can use. I always just tell people to just explore it, to see what you can find for yourself. And with this guide, it will help you to navigate it a little bit easier.
Thank you, Nadir. Next, I'm going to talk about the resource from the National Center on Early Childhood Development, Teaching, and Learning. You can find it at headstart.gov/NCECDT. This resource is full of all different topics, almost anything that you can think of, including health, program management, transitions, curriculum, family engagement, children with disabilities, learning environments, and so much more. You can also find professional development for teachers, and it includes infants, toddlers, and preschoolers. Um, and all of the information, because it is Head Start, it does align um, also with early achievers. So that is helpful as well. Another resource I use often is the National Association for the Education of Young Children. And you can find it at NIAC.org or NACI.org. But whichever way you pronounce it, NIAC is considered one of the top professional associations for early childhood education. They offer accreditation processes for centers, and they also hold a yearly conference somewhere in the United States that is often very well attended. Aside from these, they offer lots and lots of resources on all topics early childhood education related. Many of these resources are offered in language other than English as well. So some examples of resources include developmentally appropriate practices, STEM, anti-bias education, and multilingual learners. And then the last resource that we're going to share today is in Merit. So Merit, it can be a super resource for finding all sorts of required and ongoing professional development. This is something that I show many of my providers, and it's great to get a handle of this and start now, so you're not running around trying to get all of your stars hours in at the end of the year. But this is a screenshot of what the merit page will look like, you at the top will click on the Find Training tab, and then this is what it looks like. And you can either find a specific training. You can, if there's a trainer that you had once and you just thought they were excellent and you got so much from their presentation, you can search by trainers and see if they're offering anything else near you and at a time that works. And then you can also search for organizations that offer trainings delivered by state-approved trainers, such as Brightspark. So when you click on the Find Trainings tab there and then Find Trainings, you will have an option to click on Advanced Options. And this is what the advanced options looks like. You can narrow your search using all of these different fields. One popular training that you can search for this is the Child Care Basics required 30 hours training. If you put Child Care Basics in the training title, you can narrow it down by language preference. You can narrow it down by if you want to do it in person or if you want it to be done online, what county you're in, all sorts of different ways. And then it will bring up a list of usually many different trainings that you can then choose from. And thank you for watching. We hope that some or all of these resources will be beneficial for you, and appreciate you watching. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to your coach.